Hey there, this is Mr. Dunaway. Let's have some fun with fireworks, photoshopping some stuff. I'm going to show you how to get rid of backgrounds. Some pretty cool stuff where you can make a background go away. You could put your face on superhero bodies. We are going to make a motorcycle jump over the Great Wall of China here in a minute. Please open fireworks on your computer if you haven't done that yet, and follow along with me. If I do it, you do it. If you get lost, stop the video and try to get your question figured out. We go back in the video. If you miss something, if I go too fast, the video is designed for you to follow along and to pause in the process. Go up to File, Open. Let's go get a picture of a motorcycle. Let's start having some fun. You're going to go to Computer, to the O drive. You probably know the routine, CST, double click, down to Dunaway. We are Intro to Computers, 6th grade, double click, Fireworks, double click. Opening that, motorcycle jump 1, and voila, we have a nice picture there. Quick review, make sure you remember Control plus. You hold down Control, keep hitting plus, the picture gets bigger, Control minus, picture gets smaller, Control plus. I like it to be about the size of the screen where I can still see the whole picture, and then if I need to do some fine editing, I will zoom in real tight and do it like that. But I like to see the edges of the picture. I want to talk about the menu down here real quickly. If you would, make sure, go up to where it says select, click on the white arrow, click on your motorcycle picture and just drag it a little bit so you can see that the background. So what you have is you have a picture, it's sitting on a canvas. This checkered background means that it is a transparent background. Go ahead and click on the checkered area and you're going to see the menu at the bottom changed. Okay, so the menu, since you clicked on the background, this is called the canvas. Okay, so you have a picture, the motorcycle is sitting on a canvas. This right here next to canvas, you'll see a white box with a red line. That's transparent. That's my personal favorite background, because that means if you chop something off the picture, whatever's behind it is nothing, and then you can lay a picture behind it, and that's how you can do the cool effects. If you wanted to put a white background, you would just click like I just did that right there. Again, I went there and I clicked on that. Some people might want to have a colored background when they erase something on it, but we are going to stick with transparent, which is this one. So make sure you've got those checkered background there, and then click and drag the motorcycle picture back over the canvas. Okay, so it's like you have this painting and you're going to do some editing on it. There are all kinds of ways to make things go away. So we are basically going to make the blue disappear on this picture, and then we're going to take that motorcycle picture and put it over the Great Wall of China in a few minutes. Well, let's start with some real simple ways, okay? Let's click back on our, I think it's the black selector, click on the picture, and then go down to Bitmap. On the left-hand side, if you click and hold on that arrow, it'll say Marquee Tool. You have a rectangular or an oval one. Those are two ways to make things disappear from your painting. So grab the marquee, the rectangular one, and you can actually click outside the picture and select an area and select that and hit delete. Okay, if for some reason it didn't work, try clicking, re-clicking the pointer tool and clicking on your picture around a couple times and it will work. So that area that is now the checkered, that is basically gone from my picture. Okay, and you could have chosen the oval tool. If you click and hold the oval marquee, why don't you go over there, grab that, and you can, if you have a circle area that you wanted to get rid of, you click it. As soon as it is, you see the little ants running around, you hit the delete button and it will disappear as well. So basically what I want to do is try to make as much of the blue go away as I possibly can. So those are two of the tools. There's another tool right here called the lasso tool. Just to the right, if you click on the lasso tool, you click it and you'll see two different types. One is that says lasso tool, one says polygon lasso. Let's do the first one, lasso. That is basically pick another area, click and drag around. Now this one you have to continue until you close the section, and as soon as you close it, it will light up with the running ants. You hit delete and it disappears as well. The polygon, click and hold on the polygon lasso tool. That one, you just click. Now you click and then you let go, and as soon as you let go, it changes directions of the line. Now a polygon is basically a straight-sided figure that is closed, and so then you go and close it, and you can hit delete and it goes away. Now another so those are a couple there. So wherever you see these little arrows, if you click and hold on those, you have some drop-down options to do to check out for you. Now this is a really cool one. If you have a background that's one solid color, the magic wand tool is the best. Okay, it won't work great on this one, but I'll go ahead and show you what it is. If you click on your magic wand and you select an area, just click somewhere maybe just outside his foot, and you're going to see the ants running all over the page. Well, what it's trying to do is take that color of the area that you clicked, identify it as the background, and select it for you. And then you hit delete, and it goes away. Now, when you have a background like mine that is not all one solid color, you're going to see there's a lot of little spots that it missed, so that would be a pain to go through and select all of it. But you could like select another area over here, and it's kind of just grabbing the kind of colors that you're selecting. So it doesn't work great for this particular picture, but it does work great if you have a picture that has, say, an all white background. You can basically do one click and have the whole background deleted. All right, so I think what would be a pretty smart thing to do would be to real quickly go back and grab the marquee tool. I'm going to grab the rectangular one, and I am just going to start chopping things away. I'm just going to select, delete. So go ahead, I'm going to pause the video, and you take a moment, take the marquee tools, and just try to delete as the background, the big background areas, but don't try to get too close to the picture yet. And I'm going to pause it and come right back with it, how it should look. So let me show you what I want it to look like. Okay, I've got it down to this area here, and yours probably looks a little bit different, but if you haven't, go ahead and use the marquee tool. What I did, I paused the video there, just go around and just do triangles and just get rid of everything that you can. Select it, hit the delete sign. If it's not deleting when you do this, go over here and hit the pointer button and reselect your picture a couple times until it does that. All right, now let's talk about cleaning this up and another really easy tool to use. This tool right here is probably the easiest of all the tools. It's called the eraser. So it's the third to the right. Click over on the eraser and let me show you a little bit about the eraser. Okay, down here when you select the eraser, this is important to know, the size. You can manipulate how big your eraser is. The higher the number, the bigger the eraser. The smaller the number, I'm going to go down to 10, or there's 11. I'm going to click on my picture. I don't know if you can see it because the way the video is set up, but there's a little circle that looks, about as wide as my pinky finger. Rolling around. Now if I go ahead and do that, hit 11, click on the picture and move the circle around. Don't hit the mouse yet. And then go back and move that up to like a high number, like near 80. Click, and then notice how big that circle is. As I move the circle around and I don't click, nothing happens. It's when you press the mouse button is when the eraser will activate. So I'm going to go back down maybe to 25. Okay, that might be a good place to start. So my eraser is over by where the mouse is now. So I'm going to click on the eraser and just drag over, and you see what it does. It's just erasing whatever it touches. Now with a big eraser, you have to be really careful because you're erasing a bigger area. Sometimes I like to just set the eraser over the area, press the button, and let it delete. But you're going to see I have a lot of fine area here to work on. So I'm going to need to zoom in to my motorcycle guy. So I'm going to hit Control plus, and I'm going to you can go over to the right. You can move around on the motorcycle. My paintbrush is now way too big for me to use. So I'm going to go down maybe to 9. And it's still pretty big looking, but you can see now how I'm zoomed in there. And now I can erase this, and I can just kind of follow the contour of I'm looking basically to just erase kind of the blue areas of the motorcycle jumper. And when I do photoshopping, I will usually go a little bit into the picture just to make sure that the blue of the original background is no longer there. Okay, now hit Control minus so you can kind of go out and admire your work. So what I just did was erase the upper body of that motorcycle guy. I could try erasing it from here. It's a little more risky. Now let's say I do something like my mouse slips and oh, I just cut off his foot. What's the magic button? Control Z, it puts it right back. Okay, so take a few minutes and play with the eraser tool and try to erase as much of the motorcycle on the outside of the motorcycle as you can. Again, you need to zoom in, and you can scroll when you zoom in. You need to get in on that wheel. Okay, and if you need to make your eraser smaller, make it smaller. Okay, and get rid of the blue. You don't want any of that blue to show because that's going to show up when you zoom out. Okay, and you can get in here. You probably have to make the eraser a little bit smaller in there. Okay, I'm going to pause the video and work on it, and you do the same. In fact, I'm probably going to end this video here and start another video in a few minutes to show you what to do when you're done. So go ahead, don't worry about the blue inside the wheel just yet. I'll show you a couple things we can try with that. I'm going to stop this video. Go ahead and erase all of the blue on the outside of the motorcycle. So there's a lot of detail in there. And then when you have that all done, you may begin video number 2. Thanks for watching.